Now, I've had a couple of moments lately. As you know, I'm a father to 2 daughters, which means I'm excluded from dads and lads stuff, which I'm not bitter about that. But one of my daughters, Ems, or Emily, or Em, if she's been naughty, it's Emily. The rest of the time it's Ems. Ems has taken up football. Ems is a goalie. This is stressful. This is stressful for a father. She doesn't know how to dive yet. I've been trying to teach her. I've pushed her over a couple of times on the playing field. Didn't work. Broke her confidence. This is a tough little thing. Anyway, she's getting in. She's got the padded shorts. She's got the gloves. It's fantastic. She's in the under-11s team for Dronfield Town Football Club. You can see it on the website. There'll be a match report for yesterday's game, which they won. And Em's only let in 1 goal. There's the only one shot at the goal of that game. And she's having a go. No, it wasn't. They had a good few goes at her, but she hadn't back. Anyway, first match she ever played, they're all doing their warm-up. They're quite a professional little team, Dronfield Town. And they're doing the warm-up, and they're doing all the stuff, jumping in and out of hoops and all that kind of thing. And I'm watching them. I'm feeling a bit tense. It's unbelievable. We all went there as a family. You know, Karen, Annie, we took a little picnic. You know, thought we were really going to encourage her. And they're doing a warm-up. And the next one I know, the coach, Rich, he's got his arm around Emily, and Emily's looking like a ghost. She's gone all pale, and she's looking all wobbly, and he's walking her off the pitch for the warm-up. I'm thinking, oh, no, what's going on? And she comes over and said, Dad, I said, what? So I'm feeling like everything's in a dream. I'm like, oh, no. She's having a panic attack. So I feel like I'm going to be sick. I thought, I'll just move over there. away from the picnic. Go and talk to the opposition. But anyway, and we sat her down, had a little chin wag, gave her some water, a couple of sweets. And then the coach came over and he said, I think it's stress. I said, it's fine, just back off, we'll be all right. I said, fine. So I have a little chat with Emily. I said, you up for it? She said, I am, but I feel like I'm in a dream. So I squirt a bit of water over her face and have a little glass of water, you know, a little drink, a couple more sweets. And I said, how are you doing now? And the coach came over and said, you've got 30 seconds to make up your mind. And she said, Dad, I'm going to do it. I thought, good on you. She was a bit wobbly. Walked back on the pitch, game started, and a goal went in within 5 minutes. Let me tell you, I now understand how punch-ups happen between parents at the sideline. I get that. There's this bloke who doesn't know me, on the same team, father of another player. And he went, that's rubbish. Emily. I thought, I'm going to have you. I can feel it all rise up. It's all rising up. Anyway, Karen's looking at me, she's going, don't do anything. I said, I'm a vicar. She said, that's a problem. I felt flushing. I was like, anyway, 5 minutes after that, there's a penalty awarded to the other team. I thought, I don't believe it. Oh, gosh, man. Oh, this pressure's too much. I'm feeling really tense. And Emily, she's standing alone. She's standing alone. And, you know, you can see the opposition parents, they're all willing their person to score. And my daughter, she's standing alone. I've never experienced that in that way before. I thought she's a living nightmare. And then everything, you know, Emily was in a dream. I went into a dream. The other, seriously, like I'm squeezing Karen's hand, you know, and the other opposition player running up to the ball, and I'm going, you know, boots the ball, and Emily took a dive, saved it. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. I kid you not, I collapsed on the floor. I sparked out on the floor and oh, I can't take it. And this one of the other mums came over to me and said, do you want a drink, sweetheart? You okay? Well, I can't take it. They were playing yesterday, but they won their game and that was great. It was too stressful. Two things. I was so proud of her. I'll tell you I was proud of her. Two things. The first thing was when she got up again off the floor and went back into goal. I thought, oh, so moved. The second thing was after a goal went in, I could see that could have destroyed her. It knocked her very fragile confidence that moment, could have really destroyed her. But she stuck it out and saved the next one. And she got a resounding cheer. I was so proud because there's two things I drummed into my kids. And the lessons I'm learning the hard way for myself. I said to them, don't say I can't. Don't say I can't. You know, we'll have a go. You know, when they started exhibiting being afraid of heights, I said to them, don't say I can't get up there, sweetheart. We'll do it together. We'll do it. So I always said, don't say I can't. Within reason, you know. A bit of sheer ice-face climbing is obviously a bit out of their reach. At the moment. But I've always said, don't give in. You know, at the first, second, third, fourth time of failure, don't give in quickly. Keep having a go. You know, my dad, as some of you know, was a flying squad detective, and a regional crime squad detective. He was a bit of a character. And he always used to say to me, nothing ever happened to a bloke who didn't have a go. Shortly before he got put inside for 20 years. No, sorry, he didn't really. It was 5. No, he didn't. Now, I think there are different ways to lead a godly life. Broadly speaking, I think there is one way of leading a godly life in which you can be a good man of God. You can follow Jesus and do good things. You can turn up to meetings, give money, lead a noble life, and die, and go home to heaven, or wherever it is, the new earth, the theology of evangelist. And the Bible teaching, leave that to other people on the team. That's right. This is on DVD, it's going out big. Oh. It's fine. Move on. I think you can do that. I think the other way you can lead a godly life is to stick your head above the parapet. Now, parapets were actually designed with features that enabled you to pop your head above the parapet. They were designed for you to be able to do that. They had little steps in. It was called a parapet step. So, in other words, you could expose yourself to danger when you needed to have a go back at the enemy. Now, I'm talking to those fellas, all you guys out here, who, broadly speaking, to parapet steppers. You're category 2 guys, because that's who our movement attracts. Because we're a missional activist movement. For the most part, the people who email us and say, I can't come to the conference because they're doing stuff. Fantastic. So I'm talking to you guys as if you're the parapet steppers, uppers. Because you are the men who are most likely to get bruised, scarred, opposed, and misunderstood. That's what this movement's about. We've been doing that for years now. You know, sometimes we're just not understood. And you get disappointments, don't you? I mean, come on, we do, don't we? This men's stuff is well tough. It really is. And as a result of that, you are the men who are most likely to get cheesed off, hacked off, fed up, angry, want to quit, sulk, if that were ever possible, or walk away. And I'm talking to you on this basis because I've been through that this year. I really have at times. There are times I thought, have you ever had this? I've just had enough. Oh, I've just had enough, you know. One thing I'm grateful for is when I was in local church ministry, I had to wade through quite a bit of opposition at times, friendly fire and all that sort of stuff. When I came to, occasionally, rarely, it's happened, sometimes. When I came to this movement, I had a prophecy from a gentleman who's actually here. He said, you're not going to be stabbed in the back again. I have to say that I've not experienced that with this movement. It's amazing. But it's amazing. Incredible. But I've had disappointments. And there's been stress. So I understand. I get it if you're feeling like that. And if you're sitting here and you feel like walking away, I'm really talking to you. And if you're not and you feel great, I'm talking to you for when you do feel like that. Which will happen on Monday. Yeah. It's a tough and lonely place to be in that place. Now, let's be honest about the code. The code is a set of aspirational values. We took a long time wrestling it through. But they're tough. If you started to absorb it and think about it, and I hope you do, I hope you consider them in a sober mind, before the presence of God. They're tough because they represent a battle cry. And they're not just statements we go, that's a nice sentiment. They're inspiring you to do something. Anything, do something for the kingdom, for Jesus. Like I was saying, let's get a gang of guys shut a brothel down. Let's get a gang of guys who set up a project. Let's bring integrity here and do something there. They're activist statements. They're tough. And I just want to say, after you've thought about it and you've really reflected on it, you can go to codelife.org and you can sign up and put your name down. But don't do it on your own. Get together with a couple of mates and say, would you do this with me? So that's the way you really sign up. We said them in an act of worship. If you really want to sign up, put your name down on that website. But they're tough. Really tough. But we would expect to see kingdom carnage break out in the next few years. Absolute carnage for the kingdom. And sometimes it's going to be messy, and sometimes it's going to be misunderstood, and sometimes it's going to be really tough. But what a fantastic privilege and fun that's going to be. It's going to be great. I had a prophecy given to me recently by a scary old lady. Old women are scary. Prophetic old women are terrifying. I was preaching at a church outside London, and I walked into the room where you always go to pray before the meeting. And I walked in, and there was an old lady sitting there. And she said, "Who are you? This is a room where we pray for the speaker." I said, "I'm the speaker." She said, "I don't know you." I said, "Not many people do." And she said, "God's just given me a word as you walked in." I thought, oh, this is terrifying. And she said, "You're involved in something big, aren't you?" I went, "No, moderate. Bubbling along." And she said, "No, it's something big." I said, "What's the picture?" She said, "There is an army gathering in the woods." See if this resonates with you. She said, "There is an army gathering in the woods and you're crouched down." And she said, "I can hear the rustle of the leaves and the branches. They're moving fast through the woods and they're crouched down. And as you're moving forwards, there's more people gathering and more people gathering. And as you look around, there's more and more people gathering." And she said, "And you're coming to a clearing. And your enemy is in the clearing. But he hasn't seen you coming. And when the time is right, you will be joined in battle. And it's going to be brutal. But God will be with you." She said, "And that's it." Sent a shiver down my spine for an additional reason. She said, "Your enemy hasn't seen you coming." Now, the team will tell you, I often say to people on the CVM team, don't let anyone see us coming. We're grassroots. We'll do stuff, and when the time's right, God will shine his light. So when she said that, I thought, that's amazing. I believe that to be a word of God to us. So that's why I'm saying that here. And if that is true, I think you'll be witnessing to that now.